Hi everyone, Jennifer here, and I just kind of wanted to make a quick video about something that I've been seeing and noticing about a lot of things that have to do with packing a bug out bag. Now I'm in the process of starting to create and pack my bug out bag. I don't have many items in it yet. I'm still in the process of gathering things, and you know, things are expensive. As of right now, I'm actually working on my first aid kit to go in it. I'm just gradually buying items from like the dollar stores and places like that. And one thing that I have noticed is that on many of the sites that I have looked at of, you know, what to pack in a bug out bag, there's really nothing that tells you what you need for kids. Now, yes, there are some that have children's bug out bags, and all they say to bring is like a coloring book. Well, here are my goals for this, and you know, this is a biggie for me just because I have 3 children. And if we're gonna have to bug out somewhere or stay hold up in our house or something of that nature, and we don't have power, they're gonna go nuts. They are full of energy, and it's just they'll go nuts. But I have decided to make this video and kind of let you know what my plans are for this, because everybody will have their own bug out bag. My kids are just going to have a small one with like necessities, a mini first aid kit with band-aids and Neosporin and Q-tips and cotton balls and alcohol swabs, and that's pretty much it. That's going to be in their first aid kit, because they don't need a bunch of the crazy stuff because they're only 6 and 9. They will also have, of course, a poncho and a blanket of some sort, a change of socks and a change of clothes, a couple hygiene items, toothbrush, toothpaste. My daughter will have a brush and hair bows. They will each have a knife in their bag, and they will have glow sticks and things of that nature, but none of like the major things that most adults would put in their bag. But in their bug out bags, individuals, they will have probably a coloring book and crayons or something of that nature. But if I am in a situation where I'm going to have to bug out, I need to have something other than just a coloring book to keep my kids occupied. Excuse me. And in saying that, what I'm meaning is they're not going to be able to carry some big old book bag. They don't have the strength, the capacity to do so. Myself and my husband, on the other hand, we're going to have the fully stocked bug out bags, and we will also have a side bag for the kids that he and I could, you know, pass between us if it got too heavy. But it will have board games, cards. I'm hoping to get a solar charger, like a little solar charger that a lot of people use to charge their phones and stuff, so that they can at least have their portable DVD player, which will be in there. That way they can at least charge it, and they will have DVDs. And when I say that they're going to have DVDs in that bag, I'm not saying I'm going to leave them in the cases. I do have like a CD case that's only this big that holds about 50 CDs or discs, and it's full of DVDs that have, their cases have gotten messed up, so we've put it in the CD case. And it's small, it's compact, and it holds a lot of movies, and it doesn't weigh much. So that would be something to help keep them occupied, because without power, they're going to go a little crazy. And so that would be, this little solar charger would be great to be able to charge their portable DVD player. And I would love to be able to do that. That way, even my little one, she likes to watch TV to go to sleep. If she doesn't have TV to go to sleep, I don't know how we would make it. So at least she could watch her little cartoon show just to fall asleep. And but there will be board games, cards, a couple small books. I might possibly have my Kindle in there, which I have a ton of books on it also. And I know it's another electronic, but it would be something that is download, that I could charge with a solar charger. Charge it up, and it has a great battery life. So it has a ton of books that I have gotten that are children's books, and I don't even have any games on it. I've just got a bunch of children's books on it. That would be great for them to read, to keep them occupied. And one thing that I would most definitely recommend is a comfort item. My son, he is 9. He is he's not attached to it. He doesn't take it with him everywhere, but he likes to have it when he's had a bad day or something. He likes to sleep with it. He's got a pillowcase that he keeps folded up, and he'll just lay it right on top of his pillow and just lay on it. And my daughter has a monkey that she has had since she was born, and she's 6, almost 7, and she's very attached to that. And then my littlest, the little fleecy type blankets, she's not attached to one in particular. She doesn't take passies or anything like that. But that's about the only thing that she's attached to, but she's not attached to a particular one. She just wants a blanket that feels like that to go to sleep. So that's one of my goals, to make sure that I pack a side bug out bag for entertainment and toys for the kids. Also, my 1.5-year-old, she would definitely need something. I wouldn't be packing anything big, of course, but she's got some little plush baby dolls that she likes to play with. They don't weigh much of anything that I could put in there. And, it's just, that's one thing, because children get worried very easily. Or at least I know mine do. And before I even started prepping, they have been... they don't even really know that I prep. So it's which that's a conversation that I'm going to have with them, to kind of let them know, if this happens, look, I'm prepared. But my daughter she doesn't like change at all, which not many kids do. My 6-year-old does not like change. And she doesn't handle change very well. So I know it will be a very, very difficult time for her. And so I think if I have some more, more things from home, like the games and the movies, things to make it seem a little less intimidating, I think would make it a whole lot easier on the kids. And in a survival situation, if your kids are not, if they are stressed out and worried and suffering with anxiety about the situation, they're not going to do well in this situation. They could actually put you and your family in danger. If it is that type of situation, they're putting themselves in danger when they get like that, because they're not paying attention to what you need them to do. So I think one thing that should every parent, if you are a prepper, every parent should do, instead of don't think just coloring book in that one comfort item. They're going to need more if you are bugging out, to make it feel more like home. Because children have a vivid imagination. So if something crazy is already going on that they would not think could actually happen, and then all of a sudden it is happening, their imagination is just going to run even wilder, making the scenario 50 times worse in their head, which would make it that much harder on you as a parent, on them, and I really think that all parents that are preppers should at least prepare in the sense of a separate bag for entertainment. It doesn't have to be a big bag. What I'm planning on using is just a small duffel bag. It's about like this big. It's not very big. It's about 1.5 feet long, and it's only about that deep. So, and that's more than enough room for me to put all of that in, and I'd probably actually have room left over. Because board games for us, we don't leave them in the big bulky boxes most of the time. All the pieces get put in a Ziploc baggie, and then we just have the board. So we could lay the boards down flat in the bottom of the bag. In the little side compartment, we could make sure we put the Ziploc baggies of the game pieces, and then from there, in the opposite little side pouch, have the crayons and a couple decks of cards, and then in the actual big section of the bag, which of course I wouldn't be putting their comfort items in there because they use those almost every day. That would be something that more than likely my son and my oldest daughter, they would be carrying their comfort items with them, not even in a bag. They would just be holding on to it. And my youngest, I actually already have a fleecy blanket put in my bug out bag for her. But the fact of, having enough room for all of that, it seems like a lot, but it's really not. Their portable DVD players are about that big. That's about it. They have the very small ones that has like a 7-inch screen, I do believe, so it's not that big. And like I said, the discs, it holds 50 DVDs. It's only a little bit bigger than a disc, and it's only that thick, so it's not going to take up much space. 3 or 4 coloring books to throw in there, and I have a drawer full of coloring books, so that would be nothing to pick out some coloring books to have. And I believe I would also make sure that I have a separate first aid kit to go in there. And the baby dolls, like I said, they're plush. I actually thought, because I'm actually in the playroom now, I thought she had it out earlier, but she doesn't. But her plush baby dolls are, they're about that thick, and they're about that tall. So, but I could very easily, I've got space bags. It would be nothing to put about 3 of them in a space bag and suction all that air out, and it'd be good. And the Kindle, of course, I don't know, Kindle Fires, they're very small. Well, they're not very small, but they're very thin, so they wouldn't take up much space. Lay it right in there, and I'd probably still have room. But of course I don't want it to weigh 100 tons or 100 pounds or anything like that. I don't need something that heavy, but just something along those lines would be all I would need. And I think all prepping parents should look into doing something similar to that. Like I said, you don't need a big bag. You could probably, if you have a larger size pocketbook, ladies, you could probably use one of those. I just don't carry pocketbooks, so it's not like I have any extras sitting around. But I do have several duffel bags because I don't throw like book bags or anything like that away. There's always some time that I can use it. So, but everyone, thank you for tuning in. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up, and please hit that subscribe button. And can't wait to make another video for you. Bye bye.